Hello, good morning once again, or good day once again. Today we will be discussing about the important dates in the police development, especially the policing system. Now, to start with, allow me to show to you the presentation again for us to discuss about the matters and the topics on the development of police organization in other countries, the ranks and what are known about these countries in terms of policy. Now, allow me to show to you this presentation. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So first is uh, in 1883, the development in 1883, there was Metropolitan Police that was established by, uh, this was established as a means of crowd disturbance. So basically, in the development of police organization, when we say uh, riot control, this means it was originated from Cold Battlefields riot in 1833. After this year, there was also another development which was also in the year 1836. So we have here the Bow Street Runners, no, or Bow Street Horse Patrol, to control the crowd. No? Especially horse patrol is done or it is utilized to control riot or crowds of people. So it was started and originated in the year 1836. After that, it was followed by the development of Marine Police and Bull Street Runners in 1838. So this Metropolitan Police, because of some issues about Bow Street runners. No, they are uh, disbanded, and another police organization was created. This is the Maritime or Marine Police. So with we're all agreed to put into effect. No, uh, before this time, there is no, shall we say, there is no patrol in seas. So in 1836, the first horse patrol was discovered and developed. In 1838, the marine patrol or the marine police. So in our time today, it is called the maritime police. Now, during this time, 1838, they developed this marine patrol and the marine police. Okay. So as a result of this, the administration of policing is based on the principles in London based on Metropolitan Police. Okay. So what are these things? First, stable and effective civil police under the government control. So um, kung matatandaan ninyo, yung lecture natin last time is about the police and it is under the control of the government. So during this time, wala pa tayong privatization, no? Wala pang privatization na nangyayari especially sa police agency. The second one is the absence of crime is the best proof of efficiency. So if you can remember, we have the continental and the modern concept of policing. Ba? Uh, Based on the efficiency of the police department is the absence of crimes, not on the basis of arrest. Now, it is the modern concept being applied in policing, especially in London Metropolitan Police. And now may duha ka klase. We have two classes. Meron tayong dalawang klase na concept. Yung continental, which believes that uh, the efficiency or proficiency of the police organization is based on number of arrests. While the new concept, no, modern concept, is the proof of crime or police efficiency is based on the absence of crime in a city or a society. And we have the third one. We have here the fast distribution of crime news to the police is essential. So this is now the response time was considered as important aspect, especially in uh, prevention of crimes in the society, because the fast news that will reach the police organization means there is a fast response when there is a crime occurrence. So there is a high possibility that the criminal who committed the crime ay uh, mahuhuli pa ng police kasi merong fast distribution of news. Okay. So, in London, meron silang dalawang classification ng uh, or meron silang highest and lowest rank, no? Sa kanila, they considered as highest rank in Metropolitan Police uh, is the commissioner. While the lowest rank, yung pinakamababa, equivalent natin sa patrolman today, tinawag nila na police constable. So, the contribution, no, the contribution of the rank based on this aspect is that they can divide the labor. So they can assign what specific labor, what specific areas that the different ranks in the police can perform. Okay? So, uh, based on the French policy, no, because it is in London, they are French. So the contribution of this is first, they were able to assign house number to each residence. So it is easy identification. It is easy for them to identify the criminals or even the victims if the house number is being mentioned. As well as they started to install street lights and of course using the ambulance and the first use of the warrant card and ID signifying the authority to arrest. So these are the things that the Prince policy based on London Metropolitan Police have contributed much in the policing system we have now today in the present times, no, because of this development. Now, going to the progress of the policing in the world, let's go to United States. No? After London, let's proceed to United States and their policing system. So in the United States, they have three classification of a police officer. So, parang sa atin din ito dati. Meron tayong tatlo. Actually, tatlo yung, or dalawa yung kinlassify natin na police in the Philippines. During the time of Marcos, the PD 765, we have two types of police organization. No? We have the PC or the Philippine Constabulary and the INP or the Integrated National Police. Now, these two is having different coverage. For PC, their coverage is national, while INP is the local area or municipal level. So compared to United States and their system of policing, they have classified their police into three different types. So these are police in municipal level. We have also state police, and they have also this federal police, and each have different functions and coverage. Now, let's go to municipal police. So these are police which includes villages, township, city, and country police departments, such as also to include in sheriff department. So the United States Municipal Police was also classified into two, no, types of local police. So we have country sheriff, and also they have also the city police. Okay, so what is the difference of the two? Both are in local police. No, their coverage is about city or a town or even a village in United States. So, talking about country sheriff, their function is the operation of the country jail, uh, civil functions such as an eviction notice, and other court orders and police responsibilities. While the second one, the city police, these are common police organization locally in the United States. So their jurisdiction is on matters that occur in unincorporated municipality. So their function is about crimes, uh, while country sheriff, their functions is about rehabilitation of offenders. So looking back at the Philippine setting, we have different functions. We call it the Tri-Bureau. So, alam ko naman, familiar kayo dito. The Tri-Bureau comprise of BFP, the PNP, and the BGMP. And each of them have different functions. So, tingnan natin uh, sa function comparing the United States and the Philippines. So, as I have mentioned, meron tayong tatlong bureau which is having different functions. No? For example, the concern of the operation of a jail, local jail facilities in the country is under the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. We do not call it as police because they are not police, they are jail officers. But in the United States, they call it country sheriff that is part of their police system. No? Kita nyo na yung kaibahan ng system ng Philippines tapos system ng US. Meron talagang kaibahan because of its structure itself. No? And doon sa US, their functions of the police is not only for prevention and control of crimes, arresting of criminals, protection of lives and properties, but also for the operation of jails. While in the Philippines, that is not the concern of our police. That is the concern of the BGMP. So in case of fire department or the Bureau of Fire Protection is the in charge. The same with the US. Okay? Diyan lang tayo nagkakaiba doon sa jail management sa US, while in the Philippine setting, that is not under the control of the police. The second type of police in the United States is the state police. So this is a police that is employed by the state. So alam naman ninyo na in United States marami silang state. I think 51 or 52 states siguro yung US. To include Alaska, uh, Hawaii. These are state of the US. California, New York. Okay? So, uh, ito yung mga state sa US. Now, in every state, meron din naman silang in-employed. They have employed already state police. Okay? That is statewide law enforcement, which is special in nature because it is a special investigative agencies in uh, state level. Okay? And next is we have the federal police. Okay? We have the uh, actually this is agency operated by federal government at the national level. So, federal police in the US kung mapapansin ninyo, kung napansin niyo, merong tinatawag na Federal Bureau of Investigation. That is a separate agency of the state police and the municipal police, no? Kitang-kita naman natin yung kaibahan. sa Pilipinas at sa US. So in the Philippine setting, meron tayong NBI, which is also in charge with investigation at cases, no? Especially if it is nation level or nation ang coverage ng cases. For Federal Bureau of Investigation under the Federal Police, they are employed by the federal state of the United States of America. So, yung coverage nila is wide also. And one of the best police agency, investigating agency in the world. No? These are also covering several federal agencies. Oh, kasi federal form of government. Oh, narinig nyo ba yung federal form of government? Diba? Kasi yung sa atin, uh, yung form of government natin is democratic form of government. So yung federal is one of the democratic form but the structure itself is iba. That is why kung maririnig ninyo, narinig nyo na siguro during the time of President Duterte, this time, meron silang isinusulong na federal form of government. Kasi they want to pattern it in the US or with some modifications. So parang ganun ang gusto nilang mangyari. Now, having these federal agencies, the main function of this is the protection of life, property, and enforcement of penal statutes. Now, ganun naman talaga yung primary purpose ng police eh. Now, not only in the United States but also in other countries, particularly in our country, the Philippines. Based on the Police Code of Ethics, the responsibility of the police officer is to protect the lives and properties of the people. No? Yun ang uh, pinaka prime duty nila. So under the protection of lives and properties, meron silang divisions. Yung na-mention ko kanina, yung Federal Bureau of Investigation. So this investigates all violation of federal law except when enforcement authority was given to a specific federal agency. So yung mga crimes in violation of the federal laws, yung FBI mag-i-investigate. Now, meron din tayong United States Secret Service. So the Secret Service, ito yung maririnig natin, ito yung personal bodyguard ni Biden. Uh, Secret Service. This is concerned with investigation of counterfeiting, forging, and or altering of any money and other securities of the U.S. It is also charged with the protection of the president and his family and of executive mansion grounds. So narinig ninyo, yung mga news about the US, meron talaga yung secret service. No? Particularly, yung trabaho nila is to safeguard the president and the executive mansion ground. Yung sa Washington DC, yung White House, yun. No? So, number three, they have also this Bureau of Narcotics. So, when we say narcotics, this pertains to prohibited drugs. So, ito yung agency, these are the agency that investigates the violation of the federal laws, no? Immigration laws in terms of prohibited drugs. Okay? Next, we have also Immigration and Naturalization Service. Okay? The purpose of this is to investigate violation of immigration, naturalization law. Now, ano yung naturalization law? It means yung mga laws, for example, you are a Filipino, you want to be you want to apply for an American citizen, this Immigration and Naturalization Service, sila yung in charge na mag-process ng paper mo. No? Under ito still in the police functions, the federal police agencies. Okay? Next, another function of the police agency in America is they have the protection of national revenue. So ano ba yung revenue? Kung sa Pilipinas, meron din tayong revenue eh. Ibig sabihin ng revenue, yung kita ng national, no? Kita ng government. Kasi maraming areas na ang government ay kumikita. No, di nyo lang alam pero ang government kumikita. One of that example is taxes. No, kumikita ang government diyan. Uh, when you pay your taxes, it will return to the national treasury. So the same concept applied in the Philippines. Now, uh, in the US, they have four units which talks about the national revenue or which is tasked to enforce laws about revenue. Okay, yung una nila is they have Intelligence Unit of Bureau of Internal Revenue. Meron din naman tayong BIR dito sa Pilipinas. Okay, sila yung kumukolekta ng mga taxes. Sa US, they have their BIR but iba yung functions. Kasi in different transactions, different business have different functions. For example, dito sa kanila, they have the Intelligence Unit of Bureau of Internal Revenue. The purpose is for the income tax. Sa atin, lahat na ng tax andon sa BIR, income tax, uh, alcohol tax, lahat ng tax, klase ng tax doon binabayad sa BIR. Pero sa US, iba-iba. Pag income tax, iba yung magkukolekt. Yung BIR or the Under Intelligence Unit, yun yung magkukulik ng tax, mag-investigate ng tax. Now, pangalawa, we have this alcohol tax unit. So, yung function nila is a violation of internal revenue laws pertaining to alcohol. The third one is the Division of Investigation and Patrol or the Bureau of Customs. So they are investigating smuggling activities and enforce custom and navigation laws. No? Yung navigation laws yung sa dagat. Yung sa dagat. No? That is the navigation laws. Now, pang-apat nila na area about national revenue, we have the private police. So additional protection may be employed by sworn officers through contract when they are not officially on duty. So they have employed private police. Sa Pilipinas, wala tayong private police. No, wala. Okay, i-clarify ko lang sa inyo, in the Philippines, wala tayo niyan. Anong meron sa atin? Meron tayong security agencies and detective agencies. Hindi sila police, kundi sila ay mga security guards and detective officers. Okay? So, let us now proceed to the two basic forms of private police. Dalawang klase yung private police nila. No? Sa atin, wala tayo nito. Yung sa atin lang, mga security guard or tinatawag din natin sila sometimes private detective. So, ano itong dalawang klase or two basic forms of private police? So, first is proprietary police. So, they are a person who wishes to receive service, he hires and security personnel directly. Parang direct ba? Wala ng contract. I will just call you and then I will employ you. You are proprietary police. The second one is contract security. Service of an independent security company. Dito tayo nakapasok. Meron tayong ganito sa Pilipinas, yung mga security agency. Sila yung mga agency na magpuro-provide ng mga security guards with contract to individual or company who wants to employ their security guards. So parang ganon yung arrangement. Oh. Next, also we have US police agencies. Makikita ninyo dito, maraming police agencies ang US. Okay? So ano itong mga agency na ito? Okay. Una is the New York City. No? In New York City, this is the first full-time police force in the world were organized. No? Pinakauna ito sa buong mundo na nag-organize ng full-time police force in the United States and in the city of New York. The second one, familiar ito sa inyo. Nadinig nyo ba yung NYPD? Parang nakikita natin ito palagi sa mga lalo na yung mga Hollywood na movie, no? NYPD. So the New York Police Department was the largest police force in the United States. No? Pinaka-largest talaga in the United States. Meron din silang Texas Ranger. This is originally created in response to colonization. Alam naman natin yung colonization. Ibang lahi pumunta sa Amerika para mag-colonize. So, the Texas Ranger was organized. Boston Police Department, the fourth one is it is the first local modern police established in the United States. We have also the Pennsylvania State Police, the first state police agency established, as well as in Los Angeles Police Department, the first the first police agency that hired first female police officer. No? Pinakauna, ito yung pinakaunang babaeng police in the name of Alice Stevens Wells. No? Sila yung pinakauna na nag-hire ng babaeng police. Okay. So, let us now proceed to the next, their ranks. Makikita natin, iba yung rank classification nila. Diba? Maririnig natin, sheriff, uh, constable, corporal, inspector, investigator. Iba yung ranking ng US compared to the Philippines. So for example, the United States Police rank model is generally quasi-military in structure. Although the large are varied number of federal, state, and local police departments and sheriff's office have different ranks. A general model from highest to lowest rank would be. So ito yung pinaka-highest nila. Okay. Pag municipal level, chief of police. So, municipal level yon. If you can still recall, meron tatlong level kasi ng police department sa US. Meron tayong the municipal level, the state level, and yung pangatlo, meron tayong federal police. Diba? So, kung makikita ninyo, meron din silang tatlong classification. So, pag municipal level, the same in the Philippines. No? Parang ganon din sa Pilipinas, tinatawag natin chief of police. If state level na siya, for example, state level na, doon na pumapasok yung police commissioner. Meron din superintendent, meron din sheriff state. Okay? So, pag federal, yung tinatawag nila commissioner. Okay. Now, sa atin, meron din tayong deputy. So, the same with the organization. Another is, meron silang inspector, commander, colonel. Okay? Sa atin, meron kasi tayong classification from 4-star general, brigadier general, major general, down to that, major general, lieutenant general, tapos brigadier general. So, down. Iba yung composition natin in the police organization kasi may apat na general na klase sa Pilipinas eh. Okay? Next, captain, meron din tayo niyan. Lieutenant, meron tayo. Sergeant. So yung rank ng Pilipinas pababa, no? Yung bagong classification dati SPO4 like that. Police Master Sergeant, Police Sergeant like that. Bago naman ngayon eh. So iba yung classification. Pag dito tayo sa lieutenant, meron pa tayong classification yan. The commission officer, it means they are commissioned from lieutenant up to general. While down to that, we call it the non-commissioned officer. No? Pababa. Now, so, makikita nyo, di ba, malaki ang kaibahan ng agency ng Pilipinas at police sa Amerika. Sa rank pa lang, merong kaibahan talaga. Okay? So, ngayon naman, let's go to country Canada. So, ang tawag sa mga Canadian Police, tinatawag nilang Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Okay? So, this is colloquially known as the Mounties and the internally as the Force. Colloquial naman ito. Colloquial is yung tawag niya common. No? Common understanding. Ito yung common sa atin. So, is the National Police Force of Canada and one of the most recognized of its kind in the world, being the national, federal, provincial, and municipal policing body. It is founded in 1920 by the merger of Royal Northwest Mounted Police with the Dominion Police. Okay? Their rank, no, this is headed under the direction of the Minister of Public Safety, Canada. Sa atin, yung sa Pilipinas, i-compare natin kasi iba yung composition or government ng Canada. Tinatawag nila, meron silang minister. No, sa atin naman, department. So, ang police natin ay under ng Department of Local Government, Interior and Local Government or DILG. Sa kanila, tinatawag nilang Minister of Public Safety Canada. Okay? So, for their rank classification, yung highest rank ng Royal Canadian Mounted Police is tinatawag nilang commissioner. The same sa US naman. Meron silang police commissioner. Okay. Uh, and also, yung pinakamababa is constable. Fourth class. Sa atin, yung mababa ngayon, dati PO1 ang tawag. Ngayon is patrolman ang tawag. So this is the lower class or lowest rank. Okay? Now, punta naman tayo sa Australia. So, yung tawag nila, hindi masyadong, ano matawag doon? Hindi masyadong mahaba. Tinatawag lang nilang Australian Police. Okay? So, this Australian Police is a progressive and multifaceted law enforcement organization. So, kumbaga marami itong function. Hindi lang policing yung function nila. So, marami silang function sa rescue, doon din sila, marami na. Taking strong lead in the fight against 21st century crime. So kung if you understand, meron na kasing maraming klase ng crime, no, during 21st century. Ano ba ito? Meron ng mga cybercrime na tinatawag. Meron din naman tayong tinatawag na transnational crime, crime against humanity, parang mga ganun. No? They are under the Australian police. Now, iba yung structure nila kasi kung sa Pilipinas, makikita mo, mayroon tayong tinatawag na Tri-Bureau. Sa kanila, other functions of each member of the Tri-Bureau is embedded already. Andun na, naka-embed na yon sa kanilang department. No? Next, their ranking, yung pinakamataas na rank nila, the highest rank, is the constable, or no, the commissioner. The same with the US. The same with the Canadian Mounted Police. Yung pinakamababa, tinatawag nilang constable, the lowest rank. No? Constable, pinakamataas, commissioner. Okay? So, after that, sagad-sagaran na natin, punta tayo sa Hong Kong. Para lang tayo naglilibot sa buong mundo nito eh. And we are discussing ano ba yung nature ng police department sa iba't ibang parte, sa iba't ibang kilala or known countries in the world. Dako tayo naman at punta tayo sa Asia. Yung kapitbahay natin sa Hong Kong. Okay. Hong Kong Police Force ang tawag doon sa mga pulis nila. So this is the largest discipline service under the Security Bureau of Hong Kong. Okay? It is the world's second and Asia's first police agency to operate with a modern policing system. So sila yung pangalawa. Kasi yung una is in Scotland Yard Police, no? The Scotland Yard Police yun yung pinakaunang police department na sa buong mundo gumamit ng modern policing system. So ito ay it was formed on May 1, 1984. In the development in 1969, Queen Elizabeth II granted the Royal Center to Hong Kong Police Force for their handling of Hong Kong 1967 riot. Renaming them the Royal Hong Kong Police, renaming them, tinawag na silang Royal Hong Kong Police Force. Dati, tawag sa kanila, Hong Kong Police Force lang. Ngayon, nilagyan na ng Royal Hong Kong Police Force because of the recognition of Queen Elizabeth. So following the transfer of sovereignty, the force is once again named Hong Kong Police Force. Dati niya lang pangalan Hong Kong Police Force at dahil under sila ng Britain, kasi dati they are colonized by Britain. So pinangalanan ito Royal Hong Kong Police Force. Tapos recognize pa ng Queen Elizabeth. So after this transfer, bumalik sila sa Hong Kong Police Force. Okay. What is the structure now of this HPKF? So the structure is this pertains to the ranking, no? Okay. So in terms of ranking, the force is commanded by a commissioner of police, yung tawag, who is assisted by two deputy commissioner. No? Parang sa Pilipinas din, we have the directorates and we have operation, we have parang ganun ba? No? Sa Pilipinas, dalawa din yun eh. Deputy for operation, deputy for administration. Sa kanila, they have the commissioner, tinatawag deputy commissioner for operation and deputy commissioner for management. Returning back to the Philippines, dalawa yung sa atin eh. Deputy PNP chief for administrator or administration. Pangalawa, deputy chief for operation, no? So, yung commissioner nila, deputy commissioner in terms of operation, or he is responsible to supervise the operational matters, no? Yung sa crime aspect. Yung deputy commissioner naman for management, his responsibility is on the direction and coordination of the force management, including personnel, training, and management service. So, mayroon tayong motto, di ba? Ano nga ba yung motto ng Pilipinas in terms of police? But to serve and to protect. Yun yung motto ng Philippine Police or Philippine National Police. In Hong Kong Police Force, yung motto nila, we serve with pride and care. So, the Hong Kong Police Force is organized into 6 regions in Hong Kong. So, meron tayong Hong Kong, tapos merong Kowloon East, Kowloon West, New Territories, and New Territories North, New Territories South, and Marine Region. So, ito yung 6 areas or division na organized in Hong Kong. So, the force headquarter management is made up of 5 departments. So, sa atin, marami yan eh. 10 directorates yung sa atin. Sa kanila, 5 lang. No, if you can remember your layer 1, nandun Directorate for Operation, Directorate for Administration, Directorate for Finance, Directorate for Controllership, Directorate for Police Community Relation, Directorate for Finance. So, 10 yan. No? Sa kanila, 5 lang. Meron silang Operation and Support, Crime and Security, meron din silang Personnel and Training, meron din silang Management Service. The last is Finance, Administration, and Planning. Yung sa atin, separate yung Directorate for Administration, Directorate for Planning. Meron din tayong Directorate for Personnel and Records Management. Meron din tayong Directorate for Finance. So, kaya naging 10. Yun sa Hong Kong, 5 lang. No, makikita ninyo yung kaibahan. Now, in Hong Kong, meron din silang na-establish na tinatawag nilang Hong Kong Police College. Um, ito yung school wherein the police officers will perform their tasks and responsibilities in learning the concept of police matters. So, all matters relating to training within Hong Kong Police except internal security, auxiliary, and marine police training is provided. So, this is a college, no? To include the recruitment and the continuation of training, crime investigation training, police driver training, and weapon and tactics. No? The information technology training, command training, local and overseas management training, some specialist courses, and periodic course on firearms and first aid are also provided in the police college. So, ano ba ang kaibahan sa Pilipinas? Kasi meron din tayong ganito sa Pilipinas, tinatawag nating PPSC. Ano ba yun? Philippine Public Safety College. Meron din yun. Lahat ng trainings doon. Okay. Another is, meron silang tinatawag na Service Quality Wing. This is responsible for spearheading the initiative to improve the service provided to the force customers, both external and internal. So the wing comprises 3 branches. Meron silang 3 branches. Meron silang performance review, research, and inspection, and complaints and internal investigation, the C&II. And this also includes the complaints against police officers or CAPO. This investigates the successful resolution of complaints made both externally and internally against member of the force. So sa Pilipinas, no, going back to the Philippines, huwag kayong magtaka class, do not be, wag kayong magtaka kasi bakit pag nagli-lecture si sir, no, when I have my lecture, why I always refer to the Philippines? Kasi yun yung baseline natin, no? It serves as our baseline na when we have our lecture discussion about it, yun, doon tayo magre-refer. So in the Philippines, meron din tayong dito, no? Tinatawag nating RIAS at IAS. RIAS is Regional Internal Affairs Service. Meron ding PLEB, People's Law Enforcement Board. Now, siguro natakol naman ninyo yan sa LEA, no, LEA 1. And alam nyo na kung anong functions ng dalawa. Okay? So, we have here the entry requirements. Okay. Meron silang dalawang klase, di ba? Tinawag ko kanina or minention ko kanina in the Philippines, we have commissioner and non-commission or commission and non-commission officers. Meron din ganun sa Hong Kong. So, meron silang for inspector and for constable na mga requirements. So, for the Philippines, meron din naman tayong ganito. Mas marami pa nga eh. Meron tayong psychological test, not more than 30 years old or less than 21 years old at the time of the oath taking. Mas pa psychological, psychiatric medical examinations, and must be a graduate of baccalaureate degree must have eligibility, no? Daghan kayo sa requirements, marami silang requirements. So, marami yung requirements sa Pilipinas. Now, tingnan natin yung sa Hong Kong. Again, in Hong Kong, college degree din ang requirements. An accredited associate degree from Hong Kong Tertiary Institution, a higher diploma from a Hong Kong Polytechnic University, or a diploma from registered post-secondary college awarded after the date of registration or equivalent. So, next is pass two subjects in advanced level. In Hong Kong advanced examination plus 3 subjects. So, maraming requirements. Meron silang subject. Um, for non-constable, ito lang yung requirements nila, oh. Sa Pilipinas naman, marami. Parang psychiatric psychological exam, dito yun. Dito yun sa taas. No, yung number 3 sa inspector requirements. Pero sa Pilipinas, ginawang isa na yon. No? Maraming aspect. Sa Republic Act 8551, makikita nyo doon. Okay. So, for the selection process of police constable, meron silang written examination, meron ding interview, merong psychometric test, meron ding final interview board, physical fitness test, integrity checks and medical examination, and appointment. Ganito rin yung sa atin sa Pilipinas. Meron tayong written examination, qualifying, tinatawag nating qualifying exam. So, kung mag-apply ng police, magte-take na ang PO1, magte-take sila for PO or for patrolman, magte-take sila ng qualifying exam. And then they will undergo medical examination, physical fitness test, ito yung agility test. Meron ding psychological or neuropsychiatric examinations. Meron ding panel interview, tinawag nating panel interview dito sa Pilipinas, sa kanila final interview. And we have also background investigation. Sa kanila, tinawag nila integrity checks and medical examination. So after that, they will be appointed as a police, no, member of Hong Kong Police Force. So for the ranks, okay, dito tayo sa ranks. Yung highest nila, commissioner. Yung lowest nila, police constable. Okay. Next to that is senior police constable. They have sergeant. Yung sa atin na police master sergeant nito eh. Police corporal itong pangalawa. Police sergeant. The next is station sergeant, probationary inspector. So pag andun ka na sa inspector, uh, dating ranking ng Philippines, inspector eh, commission ka na, no? Ito yung first ranking. Okay. Next is inspector of police, senior inspector, chief inspector, superintendent of police, senior superintendent, chief superintendent, assistant commissioner. So, ito yung mga dating rank ng Philippines. No, meron tayo nito, superintendent, chief superintendent. Okay? So, for today's lecture, we will end in Hong Kong Police Force. For the next video, we will proceed to Taiwan Police Force. Thank you so much and have a nice day.